The SundaeSwap ISO is almost over, or actually over depending on when you're watching this video, and I have a whole bunch of tips in regards to what you can do to help maximize your ADA rewards and get all these extra tokens and help decentralize the network.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Peter Buey. Please consider giving me that thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell, and hear more great Cardano related content from me really soon. Now it's February 14th, so happy Valentine's Day. Many countries around the world are celebrating Valentine's Day, and I want to spread the love, or should I say spread the love laces. Let's now decentralize the Cardano network and spread our love laces to all these low saturation pools that are doing such hard work on the Cardano ecosystem, building it up, helping users on board, and doing some really cool things. So I wanted to get you guys to actually now delegate to some of these smaller stake pools and help them out. But of course, I know you want to be in these next ISPOs. So what we can do is split our delegation, split our wallets with sub accounts in CC Vault or in NAMI or in ADA Lite even, or NuFi, and we can now delegate that same wallet and put it over to different smaller stake pools out there. And this is something I want to encourage. If you're going to do this, please use the hashtag SpreadTheLovelaces and show that you're supporting the cause for decentralizing the Cardano blockchain. Now, I've got a couple of tips here in regards to how to actually do this and do it really easily and quickly. So I'm going to flick over to my other screen here, and I've got a blog post all about these opportunities. So I should just say that if you can check that out on cardanode.com.au, and you can find out all the current ISPOs that are going on, and I'll be talking about them in a moment, and also how to actually delegate to these small stake pool operators and split your CC Vault wallet or NAMI wallet into sub accounts so that you can delegate to multiple pools at the same time. And I'll go into the reasons why you might want to do that as well. So let's load up CC Vault here, and I've got to open on this tab, and you can see I've already split my wallet into 4 different wallets here. And you can get to this simply by going to, well, you load up the summary screen here and you click on account list, and you can see all of the sub accounts that already exist on your wallet. You probably may not have any, but it's really easy to create a new one. All you need to do is add in your sending password, your signing password down here, sign away, and there you go. You have another sub account that's under your main wallet. You don't need another seed phrase or anything. You can just simply create that sub account and delegate to another pool. So why would you want to delegate to all these small stake pools? Besides decentralizing the Cardano blockchain, you can actually average out some of your returns on your ADA and support these small stake pool operators as well. So I've pulled up Malu Pool here. Now they've been really lucky, and their luck rate for their pool is at 121%. So every epoch, stake pool operators get allocated their blocks beforehand, before the epoch even starts, and we know exactly how many blocks we get. Malu Pool have been very lucky in regards to their block allocation, and you can see their lifetime luck is at 121%. Usually that averages out to 100%, so they may get unluckier blocks in the future, unluckier epochs with less blocks to average that out. But fortunately for them, you can see that they're constantly minting blocks all the time. But you may find one epoch where it's lower. So you can see this epoch here, their luck rate's at 50%. And then the following epoch, just here, it's back at 111%. So it fluctuates every single epoch. So what we can do is split our ADA balance over multiple pools, help support these small stake pool operators that are doing really cool things, and average out our luck. So if you put it all into one epoch, you may get 50% here, a luck rate, and then the next one 110. If we split that out and average it over a whole bunch of different stake pools, we can get a better return and average out that luck rate for our wallet balances. Overall, you will see that 4.5 to 5% return across any pool that you delegate to over a course of a year. The protocol does try and average things out. But this is a nice little way that you can split your wallet, help decentralize the network, help multiple little stake pool operators out there, and try and balance out your returns, especially if some of those small stake pool operators aren't minting consistent blocks every epoch. Now, I'll just pull up another pool here. Let me just go to the home page. and I'll find another small stake pool that is very low on their block production. And you can see their luck rate and what type of returns they're getting for their delegates. So I've gone down to past the 500 mark here, and I'm going to pull up this one here, ADAPH. So this is a stake pool operator helping decentralize the network and supporting the Filipino community. And you can see here their block trend, it's not that often, and they're up to 96% luck rate. So they're a little bit low at the moment, but they might get really lucky in the next epoch. It's really hard to predict. You never know what the protocol will throw at you. But if I go down here and I'll click on their rewards, we can see what they're getting. And I'll just scroll down a little bit, and you can see here, not every epoch they're minting blocks, but when they do, you get this really high spikes here. And that's nice. 11% return on your ADA there. You've got 7%, 16%, and then the luck rate's a little bit low here. But you can see those spikes, which help average out those epochs where you don't get those blocks and don't get the rewards consistently. So that's where averaging out and splitting your wallet can help, so you will still get some ADA rewards every epoch if the pool that you're completely dedicated to isn't minting blocks every epoch. So it's a really cool way of averaging out that return on your ADA to try and maximize your return. Now, if you do choose to delegate to a small stake pool operator, please tweet it out, use social media and put in the hashtag SpreadTheLovelaces and show that you're supporting small, low saturation stake pool operators on the Cardano blockchain. Now, this is probably what you're after, and I'm going to go through all the active ISPOs at the moment that will give you those extra tokens of some sort that you can use in their protocol, using governance on their platforms, and potentially earn you a little bit of extra income as well. So again, I'll refer you to our blog post on our website, and you get to that at cardano.com.au, and it has a listing of all the current ISPOs that I could find. Now, let's get into these and have a look at what's active. The first one I have here is ADA Finance. I've done an interview with them as well, with Mantis, and it's coming right up after this video goes live, and you'll be able to find out exactly how their lending protocol works. It's very similar to Aave if you've ever used that one before. Now, you'll be able to delegate to their ISPO pool called ISPO and earn those ADA tokens and use in their protocol as well. So they're going through their ISPO all the way until they've finished distributing their 4 million tokens, and they're currently at around 3 million. So you still have time to delegate to their ISPO. Genius Yield is another ISPO that I've been following ever since its launch back in December, and I absolutely love the project. I have an interview with Bart and Lars coming right up after the ADA Finance one, and you can find out a little bit more about what the protocol can do in terms of its automatic yield optimizer and its AI platform behind it as well. But they've got a really cool dashboard that you can check out and find out exactly how many GENS tokens you'll earn depending on how much ADA you have. So I'll just put in 1,000 here, and let's say I delegate for the entire epoch length of their ISPO, and I'll get a nice 90 ADA, 90 Gen tokens rewards, and of course their Diamond Hands NFT, which I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with. Now, they also have this lovely dashboard that pulls in all the metrics and the data of their ISPO, and you can add in your staking reward address so you can see actually how much Gen tokens you've earned, and you have all these data metrics across their pools as well. So it's a really good way to keep up to date and know exactly what's going on with our ISPO. Now, it's really important to mention that their Gens 4 pool, I think they lost their keys for that pool. So it's probably a stake pool that you shouldn't be delegating to now. Make sure you move your ADA to any of their other pools to earn those ADA, earn those Gen tokens. So Gen X is probably your best pool at the moment. But you can find all the notes to that on our blog post, and you can delegate to one of their stake pools there. The next one I want to talk about is Flick2. So they are creating a platform for creatives in the film industry, in the media industry, so they can get funding from a decentralized source e.g. from you, and get their creative pieces funded. So I really love this idea that you can now submit your proposals to their platform and possibly get your movie funded. It creates a whole bunch of independent releases on their platform, and it's really cool. You, as a holder of the Flick2 token, will be able to vote on the protocol and have exclusive access and all these other things within the platform as well. So I'm really looking forward to what they're doing. Their ISPO is going until they distribute all of their Flick2 tokens. You can find the full details on their website. The ticker is Flick. And if you go down here, you can see all the details of how they're distributing their tokens as well. So it's a really cool platform, really cool idea that they're putting together on the Cardano blockchain. The next one I want to talk about is Ray Network. These guys are building everything, and they're also running the longest ISPO and fairest ISPO on the Cardano blockchain. They're actually distributing 58% of their tokens via the ISPO, and they're running to Epoch 505, so 505. We're currently at Epoch 320, I think it was. 320, so they've been going on for quite a long while. There's 73 epochs per year, so they've still got a long way to go. But they're building everything out that you can think of, from a DEX, wallet, NFT marketplace, and you can use your token on any of those platforms, as well as governance on their platform as well. So they're doing some really cool things. It's definitely one of those silent dark horses in the background, creeping along, building amazing stuff, sharing all their code on GitHub as well. So check it out if you're a developer and see what they're doing on the Cardano blockchain. All the links to their stuff in the show notes, and you can find out more about what they're trying to build out. MetaDex is a really cool platform building out on Cardano that have taken little bits and pieces from all parts of the DeFi ecosystem. So they looked at Curve, Bancor, Uniswap, and all the really cool features that they built out and putting them all into one DEX on Cardano. Now, because of the way Cardano works, it can actually be more capital efficient and actually work. Cool features such as portfolio staking, where you move all of your portfolio onto the DEX and provide it into single liquidity pools so you don't need pairs, is a really amazing feature. I talked to Rob in an interview coming up after all this that goes through how the DEX work and their big update from Merkle over to MetaDex and the future of the platform as well, what they're doing in regards to forming their company and much, much more. So Rob goes through all of the really cool features that are coming up, their name change as well, and what they have coming up in the future for 2022. So it's a pretty cool interview that I go through. MetaDex is a research-driven DEX built by traditional finance veterans and quants and Haskell enthusiasts that have been doing this stuff for many, many years. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's one of the more complex DEXs. Their white paper is 96 pages. If you want to have some bedtime reading, you can go through all that. But they're running their ISPO up to Epoch 327. So it's almost over, about another seven epochs left there, and you can still earn some of their MAO tokens through their ISPO. They're using all of that funding to build out their DEX, so they take all of your awards and exchange them for those MAO tokens. Do check them out. They're quite a complex DEX and building out some really cool and advanced features on the Cardano blockchain. Now this one here, the Aneta LISO, so it's a liquidity ISO, a liquidity initial stake offering. They're offering their Soneta token. They're distributing out quite a lot of it, and you can see all the details down here. They're distributing, 300 million Soneta tokens for anyone that delegates to their particular stake pools, Neta 1 and Neta 2. They take all of your awards and exchange will distribute out these Soneta tokens. And you can use these tokens on a couple of their partner DEXs. So instead of building out their own DEX, they're building up the liquidity to provide it on the DEXs. And if we just go back up here, they're partnered up with the MinSwap DEX, Ergo DEX, and Kyber Swap as well. So you'll be able to use the Soneta tokens on any of their platforms. Well, actually, Soneta tokens on the MinSwap one and the variants and the variations on the other platforms there. So check that one out. I haven't done a full video on this one yet, but I will. So please subscribe and you'll find out more about Aneta BTC and how this wrapped token will allow you to bring in Bitcoin onto these other platforms. Waya Collective is looking at the supply chain for all of these textile industry merchants within Africa. So a lot of them are small business operators, and for them to be able to fulfill large orders from Western companies that are wanting to tap into sustainable fashion, it's hard to do. But if you combine all their operating power and all their manufacturing power into one platform, you'll be able to fulfill those orders. And Waya Collective is trying to do that. They're currently looking and investigating their ISPO at the moment, and you can do an ISPO pre-sign up right now. You can put in your interest, and I'm assuming they're putting their feelers out to see how much ADA they can actually raise to actually do this ISPO and get the funding through this mechanism. Now, the last one I want to talk about is the Empower project. They're building out a platform, a decentralized platform to provide funding for developers to build homes and make homes affordable for millions of Africans on the continent. You find that they have interest rates as high as 27, 30%, and that is really unaffordable for a lot of people. They're trying to make those loans as low as possible through their platform so that people can actually afford to rent to buy their homes through their decentralized platform and make their lives better. You can delegate to two of their stake pools that have Smiles on Africa and Proof of Africa, where you can earn these Empower tokens and use it on their platform as well. Now, the links to all of these ISPOs are on our website, and you can get to it there and find out exactly where you can possibly delegate your ADA to earn these extra tokens. But of course, please consider moving some of your ADA over to these low saturation pool operators and really help decentralize that network. We've seen so much ADA move to the SundaeSwap pools. I think it was like 16 or 17% of all staked ADA is now on SundaeSwap pools. So let's spread that out a little bit and help decentralize the Cardano blockchain just that little bit more. Remember, if you do decide to delegate to a small or low saturation stake pool operator, tweet it out. Use that hashtag SpreadTheLovelaces. Show your support for the small stake pool operator and put in that hashtag there and show that you're actively moving your ADA for the campaign too. Now, I did do a tweet out in regards to this, and I got a huge response to a lot of the stake pool operators on the network in regards to reaching out and trying to get exposure for their pools. And I really want to go through all of them here. Now, if you want to get the list, this is embedded on our blog post as well, so you can see all of the stake pools that have reacted to it and actually put in their stake pool tickers as well. But let's go ahead and read through them. Hopefully I can get through them all. We have Den, we have Gaia, Psycha, Matt from EcoPool, and the Climate Neutral Carbon Alliance as well. They've got a lot of stake pools there that are doing the carbon neutral thing for Cardano. We got Cloud Construct, Loops, Braveheart, or Brave, Hazel, Niels from Hazel, CPH, Earncoin. We have Heart, Dad Stakes, Lead, who is actually on top of the charts on CC Vault at the moment, Lighthouse, GNP1, we have Casso, AskP, ADA North Pool, and all of these Hosky token pools, ABC, Ali, Farm, Fika, Hero, Jack, Pride, Psycha, C, Vegas, Wolf. We got Rabbit, Frog. If you haven't checked out Frog's website, it's an awesome website for a stake pool operator. It's very cool. Maui, Upstream, 1%, maybe not 1%, sorry, no offense. ESG, Lead Time with Nanny, Ada House, C Cole or CCOL, Ali. We have Becca from Aussie. She is basically everywhere. We have Panda Pool there, ESG again, Mini Stake, Renew. Renew does some really cool things with recycled plastics and printing 3D art with it. It's like, check it out. It's really cool. Antrix, Ada PH, Adria Stake Pool, Game, Flicktoes, mentioned quite often in this one, Queen, Stoic, Moon, Husky Pool, Stake for Cake, CO2 Pool, Dagus, A-Moon, Smiles on Africa, Max 1, B Ada, Bone Pool, Bounty 1 or BNTY1, Valhalla or VLHLA, and of course all of these Alliance extra small stake pool operators and ADA for good there. We have Swiss Premium Cardano Pool or SPCP, Hodler Pool, Sign, Bradder Pool, ABC, Zetic, Armin, Spider, Adria, 46 South or 46S, Astra, all in crypto, ArtZ or Arts, Olympic size pool, the Armada Alliance pool. They do some really cool things on Raspberry Pis. Check them out. We have Green, ATM stake pool, Koala, Eco News with Timmy1 or Tim1, I should say. It's a talking cat. You got to check that out as well. Ada for Good, N2O pool, Clio1, CCP, MRSP, Trail, Vinci or Vince, Weed, Yoga, Stake, medium rare stake pool. I see, that's where the MRSP comes from. And the last one on my list here is Tick stake pool. So there's a lot of stake pools that you can possibly delegate to, and there are so many more. Let me just pull up this list here. If we have a look at this list from ADAPools.org, we can see all of the single stake pool operators. I'll put a link to it in the show notes as well. But we can filter down to the single stake pool operators here, and we can see all of these operators that are just operating one single pool on the network, and pools that can really help support and decentralize the network. So please make sure you check that out. Use that hashtag if you're delegating to one of the stake pools. And if you really like this video, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click that notification bell, and you hear more from me real soon.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.